man, I want to get sick.
Yes, with Saturn Q. Saturn Q.
I
wanted to talk about yesterday's video when we were at the playground and those kids are cussing. Because I know people in Cleveland might see our video and be like, that's such and such a kid, and that's such and such a kid, and she was cussing, and then the kids might get whooped or whatever. Don't whoop your kids for seeing them cuss in our video or whatever else. Black people need to stop whooping their kids. I'm not saying don't discipline your kids, but don't whoop them and treat them like slaves, especially for them imitating things that they've seen you do. Now, those kids wouldn't be cussing if their parents didn't cuss. Those kids were repeating all the words that they've heard their parents say, and they were just repeating them. How I got them on tape is the little boys were messing with the little girls. They were bullying them, and I just happened to be coming, so they were telling me that the little boy was cussing at them and being mean. So I went up to him and asked him what he was saying, and he told me. I didn't think he was going to tell me. I was already filming. And then the little girl, she chimed in and wanted to tell me all the cuss words that she knew. So, you know, those kids were being innocent. They probably knew that they weren't supposed to be cussing, but they didn't see nothing wrong with it either. I don't believe in whoopings. I believe in discipline. And there's a difference between disciplining your children and whooping them like slaves. A lot of times, just think about the history. Slaves were beat by their masters. And that was to degrade them and to make them feel like dogs. And we just carried on the tradition. Masters had other slaves whooping other slaves to get them, you know, to do what they wanted them to do. And we do our children like that. I was whooped as a kid. And it didn't make me stop doing the things that I was doing. I kept doing them. I kept doing different things and I got whooped. Had I been disciplined, you know, the proper way, or had my parents been watching me, you know, then they wouldn't have to whoop me. You know, a lot of things that I got whooped for, it was because my parents weren't around. They trusted me. They told me not to do something. They didn't enforce it. They weren't around, and I did it anyway, and then I got whooped because they found out. So a lot of times, parents whoop their kids because the kids are in another room, not being supervised. The parents are doing whatever. They're at work. They're, you know, wanting to chill out or whatever. They're not paying attention to what the kids are doing. And then they find out and they get mad and then they whoop them. What? What? That's retarded. That's retarded. Don't whoop your kids because you're not watching them. You know, those kids weren't supervised. There was an adult there with them, but that adult was far. You know, that adult didn't know that they were being taped or that they were being, you know, that they were cussing or being bad or whatever they were doing. So, you know, I don't believe in, you know, whooping children. I have never whooped my kid. And people say, I tap his hands. Why? What am I tapping his hands for? You have to watch your kids. You let them go outside and play. I see kids all the time, 5, 6, 7, you know, and they're just outside. The parents are inside. And the way that where we live is set up, you can't just look out your window and see what your kids are doing. But then the kids break out somebody's window, or they, you know, are found somewhere else that they're not supposed to be. And the first thing that the parents do is get a switch or a belt or start going in on there whooping the kids. Somebody should be whooping the parents for not watching their kids. Because why are kids running around ranching, and then when a kid gets hit by a car or a kid gets kidnapped, oh, my baby, but it was your fault. You weren't watching them. You need to learn how to discipline. Look it up. Q-Fancy's not here to define it. Look it up. Stop carrying on these slave Willie Lynch traditions. Because people will say, well, how am I supposed to discipline them? What is another saying? The sword, I don't know it. I don't know those slaves. Don't, come and tell me some slave shit that you heard your mama, your grandmama, your great-grandmother, your great-great-great-grandmama, your great-great-great-great-great. I used to get whoopings. I know you used to get whoopings. And did that make you better? Did you still do things to get whoopings for? If whoopings worked, you would only need to get one. You would only need to get one whooping, and then you would be like, oh, hell no, I ain't never doing that again. But how many of you have only gotten one whipping? Raise your hand. Okay then. Q-Fancy has spoken. Wash and clothes, y'all. I put the soap in, and I'm this type of washer. I put everything in. I don't sort anything because I'm too lazy for that. Y'all lucky I'm doing the laundry, okay? So towels go in, baby clothes, our clothes, all colors, all clothes. They go right in, and nothing happens. They get clean is what happens. Everything. I just learned this trick a while ago. I just put everything in, and they get washed. Because if I gotta sort stuff and all that, it's not getting done. Okay, so throw all your clothes in for a fast wash and wash them. Booty hole. To be a typical 50s housewife, you must have dinner going with the aroma of food cooking when your husband comes in. So I use green seasoning, and I put a whole lot of it in the vegetables. I saute those first, so when he come in, he go, that smells good, baby. Have your pot of water boiling, have the oven on, have clothes washing so it doesn't appear that you've been lounging around all day. I vacuumed. I got this pile of clothes that needs to be folded, but it appears that I have been washing and slaving all day long. The baby is asleep. I've put my lip gloss on and my sexy dress. So the husband will be like, oh, I'm so glad that I went to work. You want him to have the perfect entry into his kingdom. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, and then we're going to have chicken parmesan. That has a nice aroma. And garlic bread. Now, sprinkle a little garlic on your bread. And the garlic will create the aroma of delicious Italian food. So this is the finished product. Chicken parmesan. This is the chicken patty. I don't know if you can see it. Mixed vegetables and garlic toast. They got him working overtime on the first day. I don't know, but I'm about to eat. I'm hungry. Howdy ho. Plate number 2. Oh. I didn't know that this was there. Wow. I was grubbing, y'all. Baby. I've cooked and I've cleaned and I've waited for you. And I just started eating by myself. And I ate up all the food. I mean, he's asleep.
Almost, yeah, y'all want to get some macaroni and meatloaf today.
Did you taste that?
Maybe they brought in some garlic noodles and sandwich wraps. I opened my bag and started eating my lunch. Like, I'm not eating that shit.
Can you tell the story that you just told me?
Ratchet ass bitch in the back. She talking reckless, she cussing. You know, the thing blows up in the dude's face and she all like, damn! Like, out loud, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we had a job. Like, we trying to get a job and get hired in. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get this job. I'm about to put my application in online and this, that. She just talking all loud. Then the other thing happened when the thing dropped on this dude's foot. She like, oh, shit. Like, out loud. We all like, this bitch crazy? Like, is we here for a job or is we here to play? Then the dude next to her, like, one of the questions was, such as do this, should you hygiene this, should you do this, or should you wash up? And the guy just blurts out, you better wash that pussy. Everybody like, this nigga crazy. So the dude says it's the crazy nigga cussing and the crazy bitch cussing, and then the dude at the end. And the dude at the end just turned his back to him like, I was like, man, if I was him, I'd just get up and move and sit somewhere else, man.
Did you cuss?
Hell no. And a butterface.
Do y'all know what a butterface is? What's a butterface, baby?
Everything look good on her butterface.
I gotta have a big old ghetto booty and my face look like garbage. Oof. Cause people gonna call you a butterface. You gonna get dudes or whatever. No, you're gonna get. You gonna always get, especially if you got a big old booty like that. But men still treat you like a hoe. Men will get with women just because they got a big old booty, but they be treating them like garbage, especially if they are not nice looking. Especially around these parts, men like, I'm with her so I could. And that's all these men in this town think about. That's why the AIDS rates, the HIV rate in Cleveland, Ohio, and all of this promiscuity. I don't know if promiscuity is a word, but that's what's happening around here is promiscuity. That means that anybody that you see, these men, yeah, it's ridiculous. And they do it. Men pick up women at the bus stop and go right around back and put them in their car and they have sex with them. They have sex. Men be working at these fast food restaurants, taking women in the back, having sex with them there. They have sex with women that they meet. These motorcycle riders be putting women on the back of their bikes, and they be having sex with them. And these women be giving it up. And then when y'all come up with that clap or that woo, then y'all want to be crying. I got that woo. I got that woo. I should have made my Then this guy said this. Let me tell y'all this. I don't know if you watch the show or whatever, but if you do, you know, he know I'm talking about him. He said,
I moved away from, Ohio, and, she was my girl. But just know that when I come back to visit, she our girl.
So I was like, you need to leave these thoughts alone. You know that she got a man. You know that she fucking you. She fucking him. She fucking all of these different people. And you still want to be doing it. And then I commented that. And then, so this other guy gonna say, that's what they got home HIV tests for.
But you better go ahead and hit that.
What? Go ahead and hit that? Get you a home HIV test and then go ahead and hit that. Are you forgetting about all the other diseases that they have? Well, and then the man goes say,
well, the other ones you can get rid of.
Why would you even want to expose your body to any other STDs or hepatitis or mixed bodily fluids to put your dick in some nasty ass thigh? I'm sorry. Comment below.